Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. For those of you new around here, my name is Roger, and this is your daily tarot map for Tuesday, December 6th, 2016, using tarot to create the life you want. First off, I want to thank everybody for liking these videos, for sharing them on your social networks, for subscribing to this channel. As always, I really appreciate all of your support. So today we continue our work with the beautiful Regina tarot created by Sarah Ovenall. And this really is a beautiful deck. It's actually one of my favorites. But of course, I don't mean to torture you with an out of print deck. But hopefully it will be coming back into print soon. I believe I mentioned yesterday that I did read somewhere not long ago that it's going to be reissued. So let's hope so. So, on to today's draw using the Regina tarot. The three cards drawn randomly from the deck today were the Ten of Coins, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Wands. So the first card in our draw today is the Ten of Coins, in which we see Queen Victoria and Albert gathered together with the family. So this is a card about success and stability, especially relating to the financial or material. It often points to a positive outcome in family, financial, or business matters and suggests that you've done or will do very well for yourself. But what I'm seeing here today with these cards is a need to look a little bit beyond the material. Now, our next card in the draw is the High Priestess. And here we see a woman standing behind an ornate-looking curtain. Now, while the Ten of Coins has to do with exterior matters, the material, the High Priestess has to do with the interior. She's often about spirituality or our search for meaning. You know, so many of us get caught up in our hectic, busy lives that we ignore the spiritual side of us. Then, once we do decide to focus on the spiritual for a while, then we ignore the material, and then we're scrambling to catch up. Now, instead, it's important for us to find the right balance between the two of them and not to ignore or to put off either one. Now, when I talk about spirituality, I don't necessarily mean religion, though that might be the case for some of you. What I mean is whatever it is that your soul is drawn to. So this might be a solitary search for purpose in your life. It might be engaging your creative side and making art, or it might be esoteric study. I don't see this as relating to any specific group or organization. In fact, the High Priestess can often point to a solitary study or a solitary exploration of spirituality. So the last card in our draw is the Eight of Wands, in which we see three men tossing pens as swords. So the Eight of Wands is a card of speed, of movement, of change. However, this fire card is ill-dignified by the water card next to it. So instead of movement, we have stillness, which is really what the High Priestess card is all about. So this might be a call for some of us to take a break from our constant striving to get ahead and instead listen to what our soul wants, listen to what our inner child wants to do. But again, the ideal here is to find a proper balance between our need for financial stability and our need to feel as though the needs of our inner self, our soul, are being met. So the message today for these three cards is: material success gives rise to physical happiness, while spiritual development gives rise to mental happiness. Thus, we need to balance our material progress with inner development to experience both types of joy. So today's advice card comes from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Collette Baron-Reid, and the card drawn randomly from the deck today is Spark. So what a lovely card this is. Now, the Spark card is about opening ourselves up to inspiration, whether it be a spiritual path or a creative one, or maybe even both. If we've been ignoring our creative side or we need to attain knowledge in a new field of interest, this card advises us to make time for it in our lives. I find it interesting that there's been a lot of musical instrument imagery in our cards the past couple of days. A horn and a drum yesterday and a violin today. So for those of you thinking about exploring a new creative path, especially one involving learning an instrument, well, consider today's reading, The Green Light. And that's your Daily Tarot Map for today. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you click the like button. And you can visit my website at tarot-dude.com, where you'll find all of my contact information. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Brightest blessings.